Alright, y'all. I'm trying my little new mic setup. So what I got is instant 360 uh, mic air. Hopefully you catch it, but yeah, man. We for the try this mic out, man. Cause like I said, I'm trying to talk to y'all while I ride. So this gonna be the new setup for now. Hopefully this go good. So yeah. So let's get ready and go to this workplace.
What's good, people? Hopefully we got a good mic now. Hopefully. We gonna see how this works, but I hope this shit all is well. I'm taking my black self to work. Alright, y'all. What made me start riding? I wanted to ride for a long time, since I was a YN, but I never pulled the trigger. Knowing what I know now, I'm glad I didn't pull the trigger when I was a YN, because I'd probably be dead. The fact that I'm older now, I know how to say, well, should I take it? It's too risky? When you're young, you feel like you can't unalive yourself, I guess. That's the new word, I guess. But yeah, so when I was young, I always told myself like I wanted a motorcycle. Even a dirt bike, four-wheeler. But I never got one until when I got older. I just told myself, man, I went into this motorcycle place. I just paid for it. And the crazy part is, I didn't even know how to ride. I knew how to ride, but physically didn't know how to ride. Because my cousin taught us when we was younger, because he used to ride dirt bikes, four-wheelers, all that stuff like that. So he used to always say, hit the clutch, hit the gear, and I kind of went off of that right there. So mentally, I was always going over that in my head. So I ended up going to this shop. I bought me a motorcycle. The crazy part, I ain't had no license. I ain't had nothing, but it's South Florida. It is what it is. We thug it. So when I got this motorcycle, they brought it to my house. And what I did is, going off with my cousin always used to teach us, I kind of went off that. You know what I'm saying? But I treated it like a car. See that throttle right there? You gotta always be gentle with that. Even when you started off driving, you know what I'm saying? You know how you had that, I don't know if you ever was in driver's ed, and you had that one little chick, well, you had to be careful, man. You know you had that extra steering wheel and the brakes on that right hand side. Well, you know how they just hit the gas too hard? So I always kept that in my mind, never hit the throttle hard. So that's how I kind of trained myself, but that's another conversation, man, how I started. Like, I'm gonna let y'all know how I taught myself how to ride, but I ended up getting the 650. Don't laugh at me, y'all, because I know I ain't the only one. I was new to motorcycles. I'm at this place, and they're telling me like, okay, yeah, we got this 650, this is 600. In my head, and hey, I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only dumb person. I thought the 650 was bigger than the 600. That's what I thought. So I said, let me get the 650. You know what I mean? I got the 650. I'm thinking I'm a big dog, but after 2 weeks of riding, I'm like, man, this bike is slow. Like, I'm still learning how to ride, but I'm saying to myself, like, this bike's slow, man. So I'm saying this bike's slow. I'm like, man, you know what? I want another bike. But as time go on, I'm still riding this 650. I'm riding this 650, I'm just learning how to ride. I'm meeting other bikers at lights that got 1000s and 600s, and when it's a green light and it's time to go, they shooting past me, man. I'm like, oh no, I gotta get me a 600. At this time now, I know about motorcycles because I'm looking at YouTube and I'm like, damn, why these people ain't telling me about a 650? And I stood up on the bike. You know, the 650 is sorry about that, y'all. I had a CBR 650. So we all know a 650, you stand up, it's a touring / sport bike. I wasn't looking for that. I was trying to look like I was hunched over. So on the bike, y'all, I used to be all hunched over. Look, I was extra hunched over, man. I used to ride by people. I used to be extra hunched over. Man, anyway, I got a lot of people saying, oh, that's a nice bike. But in my head, I'm like, man, y'all just telling me that just to make me feel good. But yeah, so right now I've been riding for, I'm gonna say 3 years, 3.5, 3 years. But to anybody who just getting on a bike or wanting to get a bike, man, you got your mental got to be there, because if you always on some go fast situations, you always on go fast on every situation, you're gonna probably hurt yourself, man. And I'm gonna believe in, if you ever rode dirt bikes or 4-wheelers or any stick shift, I don't think it really matters on what you start on. I just think it's different power bands. That 650 was horrible, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, once after 2 weeks of riding that 650, I was like, man, I gotta give it up. I can't be riding on the 650, but this thing's slow. Man, I felt the power band once I was in 4th or 5th gear. You know what I mean? That's when I felt like, okay, I'm doing something. But other than that, though, I started riding a good 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't that young. But for all the people that's trying to ride now or getting into it, man, make sure you're meant to really be there, man. Because if you want that crazy ride, you're gonna get that crazy ride. You're gonna hurt yourself. But if I was to tell y'all what type of bike to get, for me, I wanted a 600. You know what I mean? I wish I would have started on a 600, but fortunately I started on the 650. You know, I don't know if that was God doing or my doing, but it is what it is, though, man. But to all you people, man, if you start on 1,000, just know you got to really be mental, because it's a power band. You know, you hit that throttle too hard, and you know you're gonna get some bad results. So I'm almost at these people's job site, so I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I just want to see how this might work out too, though.